So we are doing the primary view of the radial swing block. That's basically a side view where everything will be shown true size. So we are going to begin in our construction layer and with the traditional construction line cross. There it is. We'll mark that as our pivot center. Okay. You could note that right away if you wanted with a couple circles. So the outer diameter is 1 5/8 or 1.625. And the hole in the center is a 3/4 inch hole. Okay. Could probably zoom in a bit here. We'll start with the lower arm and begin offsetting the arm thickness. So its total thickness is 5/8. So its offset from center is going to be 5/16. And we can do that up and down. There you go. So because we're kind of doing the same thing above, I think it makes sense to do the same thing above. This is a center line. And well, I can rotate that 60 degrees. Let's see how that works. RO, enter. Select these guys. Base point in the center. Do a little rotation. And this is going to be copy. So I'm going to say C, enter for copy. Let me see if I can do that one more time. RO, enter. RO for rotate. Select the objects, enter. Base point. And it's something right here. My angle is 60 degrees. That's interesting. -60. I'm rotating them -60. I'm sorry I'm screwing around here. Guys, you know what? It's funny that we've never done this. I don't recall ever doing this as a class, and it's something that I really don't do very often. But we're doing a relative rotation. So rotation is normally measured from here going this way, right? But if I am this way and I want to rotate up, it would be a negative rotation. And so that is a -60 degrees. The thing, and if I just type in that -60, enter, that does what I wanted, but what it didn't do was leave a copy behind. And that's what I want to do. I want to leave a copy behind. And I know that's an option. You can see over here it says copy. Maybe I just click on it and then type in the -60. There you go. Just click the copy. I typed C and then enter, and that usually works. I'm not sure, but anyway, just clicking on it worked. Of course, you could have just done the exact same thing by making a -60 degree construction line and offsetting it 5/16 on each side. Anyway, that is what we're doing so far here. And let's continue onward with these arms. we need some vertical lines. So on this bottom arm, I'm going to offset this vertical line going through the center 4 and 19/30. That is off the drawing. I'm going to offset it 4 first. So O, enter, 4, enter. And the reason for that is 1, it's easy to do, and 2, it's also required of the upper view. So I need to do a 4-inch offset there. So to do that, I need to make this line that goes perpendicular through here. So let's do that first. XL, enter, A, enter. And put it through here. Oops, let me get on the right layer. All right, XL, enter, A, enter. And the value of that line perpendicular to these guys is going to be 30 degrees. And just click right on the center. And it's this line that's going to get offset the 4 inches. So there it is. So now we've got that guy offset 4 inches. The 30-degree line, 30-degree line is offset 4 inches. And then this vertical line is offset 4 inches. For the one on top, we're good. That guy is the actual center line. For the one over here, it's kind of a starter point. We need to go the additional 19/30. So I'm going to say O, enter, and then 19/30. And move that guy over. There we go. And that gets us to the center. I can erase this line. And from the center of the hole and the arc, I can then offset accordingly. There are a few offsets. The hole itself, we can do that for both of them, is a 5/8 hole. So O, enter, 5/16 is my radius. And so we can offset this guy 5/16 on both sides. And we'll do the same with this one. And then we have the radius to offset, which is 25/30. So that is the outer radius. We'll bump that guy. Now again, I'm hitting the center middle line and then bumping it out. Okay. So to make that perfectly clear, that line right there is the center line, and I'll change it in just a second. In fact, I'm going to change this one right now. Make that center, just to show you what I'm talking about. It's the center of the hole going through this arm. I can even draw the hole right now if you'd like. You want to see where that is? It's from here to here. There to there. There to there. And there to there. Okay. And if you'd like to just really quick see the outer edge of the arm, it's basically from here to here. And up there to there. Just to give you a frame of reference here. There's more to it, but of course, but that's not good. Watch out when you have that nearest snap-on, which I do. I'm going to take that off. Do I? No, I don't. I wonder why that, I missed. Look at that. I missed on this guy. Isn't that weird? I wonder what it grabbed onto. Okay. Okay. So, we got our the basic outline of our two arms. Now we need to do the support structure, and there's quite a bit of structure that's going in here. This kind of a heavy gusset. It has a webbing on the inside too, so there's no hole in here. This is all solid material. So this gusset plus webbing. The webbing is a thickness of 3/8 inch, and the gusset is also 3/8 thick. So pretty much everything that we're going to do in here and on the outsides is 3/8 of an inch thick. We're going to start with the 1 1/4 dimension that we are given from center here over is 1 1/4 inches. So enter 1.25. There it is. And now that I'm done with that, I'm going to show that as the center line. Okay, so it was, again, from the center over, it was 1 1/4 inches. And that line where the next important dimension is from the bottom, or I should say the top of the bottom arm here. So this line right here, upward, we are given an intersection point on this line that we just created. And it is 1 3/8. So again, it's right off the drawing. So if you offset 1 3/8 or 1.375, and it's just this horizontal line, the upper face of this lower arm, that's it. So that corner right there, pretty important corner. That guy right there. So I know for sure there's an object line that goes right to that. And from that end of that object line, that point right there is the angled line that heads on out. And it's you can use any one of these angled construction lines we've already made it. It's 30 degrees. I'll just copy one of them and put it on the endpoint. There it is. And so that line is going to head on out there and join up here. Okay. It's also going to continue on, and that is the case with the bottom and this side. So we'll address that on both sides in a minute. The thickness of this gusset here is 3/8. So let's do that. Enter 0.375, enter. And we'll offset the line, this line 3/8, and we'll offset this angled line 3/8. There we go. And if we wanted right now, we could come in and insert that. There you go. But we also have to do this part that sticks out on the outside. How far does it stick out? 1/2 of an inch. So we have to offset 1/2 inch the outer surface of both of these arms. So this line here has got to come out 1/2 inch, and that line there has got to come out 1/2 inch. And that way we know where to make the other bit of this. And it's like that. And it actually goes all the way to tangent here. And then you can make the little line segment there. Same with this one. Click down here, goes all the way to tangent. And then the little line segment there. Okay. And then you can trim out these little bits. Let's turn the construction lines off. You can trim out these little bits in here. So we're rolling right along. Basically, all we've got left is fillets. The fillets on this drawing are small by default. They are 1/16 of an inch, which is pretty small. But the fillets inside here, inside this web, and on the outside here, they are dimensioned otherwise. They are all dimensioned as 1/4 of an inch. Let's do those first. So F, enter, R, enter, 0.25, enter. And we're just going to hit this whole thing. All right. All 1/4 inch. And these guys as well. Those are also 1/4 of an inch. I believe that is it for the exceptions. So everything else is going to be just a little itty bitty 16th. Let's zoom in on that to do those. So if you come in close here, uh, these guys are going to blend into the, the main cylinder here with the 16th fillet. So F, enter, R, enter 1/16, and you can just go from here to there, and from there to there. Hardly noticeable. Just checking to make sure that I haven't left anything out, but I believe that is it for the primary view.